A mysterious 3,000-year-old castle has been found under a lake in Turkey. Explorers. When people in history explored new lands, they had no idea what they were going to find. Christopher Columbus set out in search of a new world, not knowing that the earth wasn't flat. He had no idea what was in store for him. The same is true with the prospectors who headed to California in search of gold. Even today, people are out searching for things and then end up finding something completely different. Lake Van. Lake Van is the largest body of water in all of Turkey. It's located about 5,000 feet below sea level, and it never freezes. This is because the lake's high salinity keeps the water flowing all year long. The strange phenomena has come at the price of Lake Van's biodiversity. Under the sea. Due to the high levels of salt in the water, there's only one type of fish in the waters, the pearl mullet. According to legend, these mackerel-sized fish aren't the only creatures that lurk beneath the water. For over 100 years, there have been sightings of a monster that lives in the lake. While the claims have never been proven for years, in 1997, a man named Unal Kozak managed to capture the creature on film. The video. The video that he captured shows a large monster that resembles a squid coming up from the water before it slowly disappeared in the waves. Even though he caught the whole thing on video, there are still some scholars who aren't sure if this creature really does exist. Lake exploration. Although it may have been proven that this creature does exist and is living under the waters in Lake Van, archaeologists are still heading out and exploring the lake. Recently, an expedition led divers to the bottom of the lake, and they found something they'd never seen before. Turkish divers searching for the lake monster uncovered a 3,000-year-old mystery. The reason. The search was performed by a group of researchers assembled by Van Uzinki Yale University. They were there to debunk another age-old myth. They wanted to prove that the lost city of Atlantis wasn't under the waters of Lake Van. The reason they thought this was because the land surrounding the lake was once home to Eurasians, which was an ancient civilization that flourished in Turkey during the Iron Age over 3,000 years ago. Today, very few remnants of these people in the city remain. Tahseen Selin. Tahseen Selin was asked to lead the expedition due to his years of diving experience. He also had extensive knowledge of Lake Van. The people funding the expedition were sure that he was their best bet in locating the lost city or debunking its existence. Weary. When it came time for Tahseen to get in the water, he was a bit weary. He'd been in these waters many times, and each time he wondered if it would be the day that he came face to face with the terrifying monster. His team was also a bit nervous. The water was large and murky, and nobody knew exactly what lied below the surface. Combing the lake's bottom. When the team got to the bottom of the lake, they began combing the sand for signs of Eurasian artifacts. Almost immediately, the divers saw a large shadow. It caused panic in the entire group. As the divers tried to gather their courage, they swam toward the shadow. They were shocked when they found out that they weren't seeing a monster. It was a castle. It was in remarkable condition, but they weren't sure if the castle was actually from the Eurasian Empire. As the team continued to explore, they found etchings of a lion on the wall. They knew that the ancient civilization used symbols like these for centuries. The team started taking photos, sure that they found what they were looking for. Still no answers. Despite their find, scholars are still skeptical regarding Tahseen's team's recovery. They believe that the lion symbol was from the Middle Ages and not the Iron Age. The archaeological community remains split about the find beneath Lake Van. The scholars who do believe that the castle was from the ancient civilization believe this because they say that the stone used to build it were a mix of both Unitarian and medieval. With the archaeological community split in their belief, there was no definitive answers. This could be the remnants of the lost civilization, or it could be what's left over from another. Either way, it was an incredibly amazing find. Tahseen said he's thrilled to have found the castle, and he's even more excited that this wasn't the day that he and the sea monster came face to face. Check out these other videos from Let Me Know. If you haven't made the move to subscribe to our channel, all you need to do is click on that red subscribe button. Thank you for watching.